What's going on, everybody? So I want to do something a little bit different today. For a while now, I've been really wanting to go to some of these local tracks living here in North Carolina. Um, Being as far as, North Carolina being really the grassroots of NASCAR and having these awesome little tiny tracks around in the area. One track that I've gone to all my life, Wake County Speedway. It's a little track in Raleigh, North Carolina, or near Raleigh in Wake County, North Carolina. It's a little tiny quarter-mile track, one that, like I said, I've gone to all my life. But this week I'm going to be going to Orange County Speedway up in Rosemont, North Carolina. And that one is a track that's really been around since the beginning of auto racing. Since like the early 1960s, really, as far as a paved track. It was actually opened or had its first race as a horse racing track and back in the late 1800s, and I think closed down in 1919 or something like that, and then came back in 1966 as a quarter-mile track, and that ran for about a year. And then I believe it closed back down and reopened again as a repaved track in 1983 as a 3/8 mile, almost a half mile, but just a little bit shorter, 3/8 mile, with 19 degrees banking in the corners and 16-degree banking on the straightaways. So this track really had some great racing over the years, and has some great drivers on that track racing in several of those years. With it being having a Busch series, it's had a Busch series since about 1983 till I think 1994 or so. So we've had some great drivers that have raced there, including Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, just to mention a few. Some of those old style drivers, and a couple of the newer drivers such as Bubba Wallace, Timothy Peters, Ryan Blaney, and most recently Josh Berry. He actually will be racing there this weekend because he's still running the Cars Tour a good little bit. I'm really hoping Josh Berry he seems like it has a lot of potential, especially on those short track races, which he just seems to excel at. Of course, he won at Martinsville, but because that's really, what he knows is those short track late model races and whatever. But speaking of those Busch Series races from 1983 to 1994, you can actually find most of those, or a good couple of them at least. I think I found 3 or 4 full races on YouTube. So if you want to go and check those out, of course, and the Cars Tour also puts up some highlight reels of those races as well. But I think the race starts on actually there's qualifying today. I'm mistake. So there's qualifying today and some heat races. April 24th is the date. And then the 25th is the big 200 lap race that I'll be going to. And I think it starts about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'll be able to get there quite a bit early, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I appreciate y'all hopefully sticking around, and hopefully this will be something that kind of develops into something. It's kind of been inspired by the Dale Jr. Lost Speedways and stuff, and looking at those tracks, you think about, man, those tracks back in the heyday when those were running, what did those look like? Just it's a shame to look at those tracks and think that they are no longer in operation. You think of North Wilkesboro Speedway, which I went to, of course, when it was shut down. I went there last year, coming home from the Bristol Motor Speedway. I stopped by the old track. Of course, you couldn't really get into it, but it was just really cool to be able to at least go up to it and see it. It's just a shame that they don't race, cars there anymore. And of course, they do kind of are remembered in games like iRacing and stuff, which is really great that they brought them back. But it's just a shame that they don't race there anymore. I think they actually tried a late model race there in 2010, I believe. But that was pretty much the last race that has been raced there. Rockingham Speedway is supposed to be running a couple more races this year early, and I think it was February. They were supposed to be running a Cars Tour race for the season opener at Rockingham Speedway, but there were a couple issues with tire wear and stuff, so that got postponed to hopefully October. I still hope it happens, and if it does, I will most certainly be there. Rockingham is just a fantastic track. It's a rough track, bumpy track, and if you ever, again, raced in iRacing, it's very unique. I went there back, in the early 2010s or something for an ARCA series race, which I don't remember who won that race, but it was a good little race. Anyway, just to kind of hit some of those more tracks, Anyway, that's pretty much it. So from here, we will continue on to pretty much the documentary side of it. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and here we go. out here at Orange County Speedway over here in Rosemont, North Carolina. You can hear the cars warming up on track. They sound absolutely great. Late models out here today, and a couple other cars out here as well. There was supposed to be an event yesterday, but it got rained out, unfortunately. So fortunately for us, we get to see those races as well. So there should be a couple races for today. Of course, the 200 lap late model race for the Cars Tour, and then another event and another after that. So fantastic day out here for racing. It's about 66 degrees out here right now. Should go up to about 72, I believe. And we will see once we get inside. Can't hardly wait. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Just one ticket?
It'll be 30. 30, that'll be 9.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Thank you very much. You have a great day. What's going on, my man? You doing all right today?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir. Hey, one hot dog, please.
One hot dog, how would you like it?
All right, cool deal. Thank you. All right, another night, another short track. Orange County Speedway certainly did not disappoint. Josh Berry getting the win in the Cars Tour 200 lap feature, and I was able to actually meet up with him later on during the race, or after the race rather, and get his autograph on the on the ticket. So that was kind of cool. I was also able to pick up the cork from Victory Lane, so that was kind of neat. But just a really awesome track, one that I will certainly be back up here for again. A great like multi-groove racing, side-by-side battle for the lead was absolutely fantastic. But really glad Josh got the win. All right, so that is one short track marked off the list. Several more to go. Stick around.